Let me tell you, if you are taking up a drop, then it really does not affect your placements, because a lot of students keep asking me, sir, will I be getting lower placements, or will I be considered as second preference choice by the companies? The answer is no. So there is no harm in taking a drop. If you're taking a drop for the first time and you're continuously preparing for it, you have joined a coaching, maybe online or offline, but yeah, do not think that you will be the second preference or the second choice for even for post graduation or even for a company's. What are the pros and what are the cons if you are planning to do both? That is, take up a college and also take up a drop. The first thing that is you should consider for doing both of them together, I want to take up a college and I also want to prepare for JEE, is that probably your percentile was very good. Maybe you had got 97 percentile or 98 percentile or even 99 percentile. In fact, there are some students, who probably missed that percentile because they fell ill. Maybe, could happen, right? But anyways, JEE Mains was conducted 4 times. So there are very less chances that you did not do well in all the 4 tests in spite of knowing the subject. That's very rare. But there could be some student who probably fell ill or met with an accident or something like that. Some bad thing happened and that's why you were not able to do that test. But since there were remaining 3 attempts, so I'm pretty sure you would have covered it up over there. But for JEE Advanced, there was only 1 attempt. That means if by chance something happened, you blacked out, or maybe you forgot everything, or maybe something bad happened and you know that you could have done actually better, that was not you in the examination hall, then that's one point you should consider for doing both of them together. Also, some students are naturally multi-talented and multitaskers, so they can do 2 things at the same time. Are you one of them? If you are one of them, then probably yes, you should do both of them together. Take up a college and also prepare for JEE. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit difficult, because you need to manage projects, you need to manage assignments, not just for the college but also for JEE. So that's a tough task. Some students can listen to music, study and also eat. I don't know how they do that, but they do that. But if you are not one of them, then probably you should not go for it. Some students have also prepared notes. Some students have their short notes, the concepts, everything written down in their book. If you have already made that notebook, then yes, probably you should consider taking a drop and also taking up a college, because you don't have to make notes again, because you won't have time to make fresh notes. So if your notes are ready, if you have your books ready, if you have done all the markings already in your books, then yes, take up both. Next thing, by chance, let's say you have taken a drop and you want to get into IIT, okay, or triple IT, or let's say, I don't know, some college that you really want or really fond of. Now by chance, let's say you don't get into IIT, and let's say you get a decent NIT, or let's say you get a decent government funded college. Are you okay to do that? If you're okay to do that, then go ahead with it. Because I have seen a lot of students get very depressed because they have spent 1 year taking a drop and they did not get their dream college. It's not that NIT is bad. It's not that government funded colleges are bad. It's just that you did not meet up your own expectations. You set up your expectations here by taking the drop and you did not get that. Maybe you got a very low IIT, a very new IIT, or maybe a very low branch, and you feel very depressed after that. So, are you a strong-minded person? If you're a strong-minded person and you think that you can overcome that, and it's okay, even if I get some other college, I will still go ahead with it because I know I made up the decision for taking the drop. Then yes, you should consider going for the drop. Next important thing is basically, gatherings. Let me tell you, in first year, there are so many parties. It starts off with fresher parties, then you have so many other departmental gatherings, you have inter-college fests and so many other cultural and technical fests, and there are so many events happening in the college. And when all this is happening, are you actually ready and willing to prepare for JEE? Because you will have to sit in your room, you have to give all these gatherings a skip, and that's a big risk. Because what if, that thought is there in your mind, what if I do not clear JEE 2022, and then second year I have to spend with all of these kids and students around me, but I do not know many of them because I did not attend all these parties and did not attend all these gatherings together. So will I be, will I be an outcast? Will I be a rebel? So that thought definitely comes in all the students' mind. So if you think that you're okay with that, or you can somehow manage, you are a very good extrovert person, or you can make your way around. So even if I give all these parties a miss, I know in the second year, I can make my new friends again, and I can definitely gel along with people. Yes, please go ahead with that. That's not a problem. But yes, remember, you'll have to give all these social gatherings a miss, because you will be preparing online. Obviously, you will not be able to join coaching. Correct? Because you will not be able to join coaching because you are already in a college. So most of you will be preparing online in case you are taking up a college. The most important thing is, if you want to do both, is that you will feel it within. That I know something went wrong. I know that day was not my day. It's just that if I would have done this, I would have cracked the examination. I know I'm not meant for this. I know I want to go here, but I don't want to take my second chances. What if I fail? So I can take up this college as a safety net. So it's basically a safety net. So in case you fail, but I think I can do it next year. You feel it within. Do you feel it within? Please let me know in the comments. Okay, then probably you should go ahead with both the things together. What are the things that are the cons? What are the things that you should consider that probably might affect taking a drop as well as taking up a college together? The first thing is, when you have too many backlogs. Sir, my entire organic is left. Sir, my entire 12th physics is left. Sir, I do not know calculus. That's a big no-no. You cannot do two things together then, because you cannot do college studies and take a drop together. It's very difficult. If you have too many backlogs, if you have not made notes, or let's say, you have worked really hard last year, okay, maybe in the last few months, but still you got 80 percentile, still you got 90 percentile, still you got 70 percentile. Then you cannot do both the things. It's very difficult. You have to take a separate drop. Okay, you have to prepare for it specially. Yes, then you can improve, because I just showed you the statistics for it. And then one more important point to consider is if your college is far from home, because you will waste a lot of time traveling back and forth, and you obviously do not want to do that, because JEE preparation takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So if you, maybe some of you might be like, sir, I'm going to stay in a hostel. If you stay in a hostel, it's even more difficult, because there are a lot of friends around, there are a lot of things happening in a hostel, and you feel that you're missing out on a lot of things happening around you, plus there are a lot of distractions. So in a hostel, it's even more difficult, especially when you're surrounded with students who are not preparing for JEE. They are just in a college. So when you're in a hostel full of droppers, that's a different story. And even if you're at home, the college distance is definitely going to matter for you. Next important thing is the college attendance. Some colleges have very low attendance requirement. There could be. So you need to check it out with the college, with your seniors or through your contacts. If the attendance requirement is low, then probably you can think of taking a drop and attending your college. But most of the colleges I've seen require 75 to 80% attendance. So many things are compulsory. So then you obviously are not going to get the time. It will be the same story then in like the one you faced in your 12th standard. You have school, you have prelims, you have practicals, labs, etc. And then you also have the JEE studies. Not just that, think about it this way. Let's say you take up a college and you are like, okay sir, I want to take a drop, but I'm going to take this college as a safety net. By chance, let's say you do not clear JEE 2022 for some reason, or you clear but you do not get a good college again, the same story repeat. Are you now willing to continue your journey as a second year student in the same college? Or are you ready to take up the low college that you are getting, the low ranking college in the second attempt? Are you willing to do that? If you are willing to do that, then yes, take that admission. okay? Because or else you might completely regret the decision. You might completely be depressed for the next 3 years of your engineering. You might be just cursing yourself, oh, why am I in this college? I do not like this college. I should have just taken a drop. Maybe I would have got a very good college. Maybe I would have got a very good IIT or a very good branch from NIT. So maybe I would have just gone there. I don't like this college. So you will feel very depressed, and that will definitely affect your life. So don't do that in that case. Very important thing is financial stability, or rather instability. So very, very important. See, a lot of students, spend that amount, that money on taking the admission in the college. So it's a lot of amount, okay? It's not a small amount. It's in lakhs, obviously, per year course, because you have to pay for maybe the hostel, maybe the mess in case you are staying there, or maybe the traveling fees plus the tuition fees, and so many other things. You have to buy so many equipment, the drawing equipment, and the books, and so many other expenses are there in a college. And now you have taken a drop, and now you are also preparing for JEE, and let's say you do not get JEE, that's another problem. Let's say you get into JEE, okay? Then you have to again start from the first year, because you cannot continue from the second year, correct? So that means again you have to pay the first year fees. Let's say you clear JEE, let's say you get into a college, you will again have to spend that amount. But maybe then you will realize, what if the amount I spent taking admission last year, I would have spent on coaching, and maybe my rank would have been even better. I would have got an even better IIT or NIT or an even better branch. That regret might always be there. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the amount which you're spending in the college, maybe you could have put in the coaching, maybe you would have improved your rank and your percentiles, maybe you would have got a better college. So that regret might be there. There are very few exceptions where students do very well and they have no regrets. But that's one point you should consider. If you're willing to ignore that, then yes, it's fine. And the most important thing is, you do not feel in within yourself. You yourself are very easily distracted. You do not have that strong motivation. You just feel that, okay, I'll take admission in the college and I'll also prepare for JEE. Usme kya hai? I've already done it. If you think that you will just clear it, then no, it's not going to happen. You need to have that strong motivation and that willpower.